In this tutorial, I will show you how to make a coffee machine like that. Let's start with the default scene. Select the cube and delete it and place a plane. Scale the plane up for the background and add another plane. You can see the keys I press in the right corner here. Scale down the plane and add for loop cuts. Then extrude all the faces. Press \/ to isolate the object. And select this bottom middle face. Make it bigger and move it up a bit. Then move down this to faces. Select those two edges and scale them down. Then place all the object on the floor. Select the front and back faces and insert them. Then extrude them inside. Add another plane on the object, and activate the snapping tool with the edges option selected. Now you can fit the edges of the plane on the base object. In face mode, extrude the face a bit. Then press Ctrl+R and add a loop cut like this. Select this face and extrude it up. Add another loop cut here, and extrude this face. In object mode, select this object and press Ctrl+A, and apply the scale. Then select this face and insert it, and extrude it inside. Then press B and separate by the object. Select this now object and add loop cuts on it. Bevel them and delete the new faces. Then select all and extrude up. Select this face and insert it, then extrude it inside, and separate by selection. Then select all this top faces and separate them too. Scale the top object on Y-axis a bit. Isolate it and fill this gap by selecting those two edges and pressing F to fill. Apply the scale on the object and select this face, and insert it inside the object. Then separate this face by selection. Select the side faces and insert them, and extrude them to make some details. Then select them and press Ctrl and plus numpad to increase the selection and separate them. Add loop cuts on this front face. Then select this faces and insert them. Then extrude them along normals. Add a circle here and rotate it 90 degrees. Then scale it down and place in the center. Fill it and extrude the face. Then insert it and extrude inside. Press Alt and click here to select this face loop and bevel it. Then separate the middle face by selection. Add a plane in the circle and rotate it by 90 degrees. Scale it down to get a shape like this. Then add a loop cut and move up this vertex. Extrude all faces. Then apply the scale and add a bevel modifier. Duplicate it and rotate 45 degrees. And place them in the middle of the circle. Select the circle and the frame and duplicate it and scale it down. Place it like this and duplicate it more times on the machine. Use this technique and add more buttons. Select one of the buttons and duplicate it. Then rotate it and place it on the side of the machine. Press Shift plus right-click to set the cursor on this face, and add a circle here. Fill it and extrude it down. Then insert T and extrude down again. And repeat one more time. Insert the bottom face inside and bevel this face loop. Press right-click and shade Auto Smooth. Add another circle and rotate 90 degrees and scale it down. Place it like this. Fill it and extrude it more times to get a handle shape like this. Then separate all this object in more objects like this. And parent all the handle objects to the big circular object. Then select all those objects and duplicate them on the other side. Add another circle here and extrude it down. Place it in the middle and insert the face. And extrude it down again like this. Apply the scale, add bevel modifier and shade Auto Smooth. Add a cube here and in vertex mode select all. And press M to merge them at center. Now you have only one vertex and you can extrude it like this. Select the corners and press Ctrl plus B plus V to bevel them. Press right-click and convert it to a curve. Go in Curve menu and in Geometry increase the depth value. And add a subdivision modifier on it. Place one in the front and one in the back on the machine. Then apply the scale on all objects. And add bevel modifiers to get more details. Set the cursor on the background and add a circle. Scale it down and extrude it up like this. Delete the top face. Then select all and extrude along normals. Add to loop cuts and select this middle face loop, then duplicate it and separate by selection. Get a thickness by extruding faces along normals. Add subdivision modifier on the cup and add edge loops to adjust the shape. Select those two objects and move them on the machine. Also rotate it 180 degrees. Then duplicate it to make more cups like this. Our scene is ready for texturing, so open the Shading tab. Press A to select all objects and apply the scale for them. Then enter the Edit mode and select all faces. And press Shift+N to recalculate normals. Select this object and add a new material. Add a color ramp and connect it like me. Then add a noise texture and a Musgrave textures. And connect them as you can see. Activate the Node Wrangler add-on. And press Ctrl+T on the Musgrave texture. Set the values like me to get the wood texture. Then select the wooden object and this top face object. And press Ctrl+L and link materials. Separate those faces here and add the same wood material on them. For more detail, add a bump here and connect it to the normal. Then add a noise texture and connect it to the bump. Play with the values like this. Select this pipe and add a Now material. Increase the metallic value and add a color ramp. And connect it to the roughness. Then add a noise texture into the color ramp. And press Ctrl+T again. Connect object to vector and set the values like me. Set this material to all metallic materials. Separate those objects like this to add more materials on them. Add the same metallic material. And for this top part, add the same metal. And duplicate it pressing on this icon. Now you can change the material only for this object. Texture the rest of the objects in the same way. You can use different colors of metal and wood. Let's add the lighting for our scene. In Render menu, choose Cycles Render and set the values like me. Open the render view and go to Color Management to Look option. And choose the perfect option for your scene. Select this point light and move it like this. To illuminate the front of the machine, scale up the background to fill all the camera view. Press N and go to View option and check the camera to view. For moving the camera, add an area light and place it in front of the object. In Lighting menu, increase the light strength. And you can color the light red like this. Add another area light and move it up to the scene. Set the strength to 500 and move in back of the object for lighting the background. Play with the light's positions to get a better result. I will choose a more intense color fit the background. You can be creative and create a wooden floor, for example. And this is my final result. Let me know if this tutorial was useful for you in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like to this video and a subscribe for more videos. Thanks.